the idea of spray paints because my father was a commercial artist, a retoucher, and he would take my brother and me to work on the weekends, and he would show us his little Pache airbrush, and it would make a very fine spray, and it was used mainly to doctor up photographs for the Sears Roebuck catalog. In other words, in those days, if they had a shirt, a man's shirt, they wanted to get rid of all the wrinkles. Nowadays, if you have a catalog of shirts, they want it to be natural. So what he did was he would airbrush all the wrinkles out and get a perfectly flat white. But he was so good at it, he could make the tiniest little spray. And so I think the idea of spraying became sort of naturally because he took my brother and me there when we were quite young. And you know, the place was vacant, this huge overhead studio where there were maybe 50 artists all working on the Sears catalog. And a lot of them were airbrush artists. The only thing about spray paints in those days, in the 60s and 70s, were they were basically red, yellow, blue, black, and white, in very sort of harsh colors. And gradually, over the years, the paint manufacturers have come up with spray paints now in a large range of beautiful colors, and so it's helped me in having a little better range of colors. I suppose the fact that I studied at the Art Institute school, I saw Surratt's Sunday afternoon painting almost every day. When I say stick figures, these really aren't stick figures in the usual sense of a line and a line. These were cut out of heavy paper, and they were stencils, so that by being stencils, they have more of a character than a straight line would have, and they resemble Surratt's things. For instance, the monkey and the dog. Just stick figures, it wouldn't register as a dog or a monkey. So by doing stencils for these, I would do a stencil for this group, and then I would do a stencil for maybe this little group over here, and this little group, and then I tried to match his shaded area with a deeper tone, and the sunbed area.
First using spray paint in fine art, long before the graffiti art and other artists, many people seeing it said that the spray paint was not a serious art medium.
Many people didn't see them. Very few people saw them. It was just Marion and me. She was my audience and I was her audience, and that was it. These things never got shown.
Well, later, when that won the North Shore Art League, and it was in 3 newspapers,
yeah.
And one of the newspaper articles had that criticism that you had done it with spray paint, and they wished you had done it with a serious art medium.
Yeah, and that critic was stupid. I can say that because he's long dead. Don Andrews, you know, he said, "Oh, you can't do stencils with art.
Yeah.
This is fine art."
Yeah.
And you know, it was just a stupid art critic. So you know,
yeah.
And that was years and years ago.